Okay, I wanted you to notice something, and this is very obvious if you are like me, someone who has the consciousness of a jinn. Here you have Russell Brand, right? And he's wearing all of these crosses. And his former girlfriend, Kate Perry, is wearing the same thing, all these crosses. And if you look at these two, you can tell that they're basically, I'm about 90% sure that they're the same home planet since they have the same face, same eyes, etc., etc. I was told by my source, the guy in Bulgaria, that Katy Perry is Aganon, who is working to open up a gate for her god, Polygon. So, I guess the point of this is what I'm saying is that she's wearing the crosses, and he's wearing the crosses for the same reason that, like, you have the Masonic elders wearing the crosses, because they show their rank by this. First of all, it starts with 33, and then they'll have a cross there, and then they'll have another one branching off of that, like there, and then there, and then there, and that means that you're like the 90th degree if you have like 4 crosses. And Fred, who is a Masonic elder, had like about, like, I guess probably like he had a tie pin. He had a tie pin that had like, I guess 16 crosses coming off of 33 like this. So it's like the crosses indicate the rank, or how high you are up in Masonry. And there's one day where I asked Fred, I said, if I was like in the know, would I be able to look at your tie pin and tell what degree you are? And he's like, yeah. So it's, where's my bro? So it's the same thing right here, where you have, he's wearing all these necklaces or these crosses to indicate that he's a high degree Mason, and so is Kate Perry, and obviously she's a demon and she's a jinn, and he probably is too, because it's like, you know, if you read this right here, it's like, okay, Russell, you have called for the revolution. Please, can you share your views on pharma, chemtrails, fluoride, usury, royal family, Zionism, etc., etc.? And of course, he hasn't addressed any of it, and it's obvious why, because everyone on TV is fake, blah, 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 blah. And of course, if you date a jinn, you have to be fake. And by the way, I really don't think that there's any better looking woman in the world than Katy Perry. That's one well-groomed looking animal. And I notice, here's another thing I noticed. People that are like the same home planet as her, they always do this right here. They always wear this little, whatever this is called, covers up their navel. And I don't know why they do this, but I've seen so many girls that are the same home planet as Katy Perry, that, like, when I say same home planet, I'm talking about the home planet of the body she's in and not the actual jinn. So many women of the same home planet wear this little cummerbund, I guess, that covers up their abs. I don't know why. So here we have the Masonic power structure, and I just had to correct it because I had put this up before, but I have to correct it because it was a little off. Obviously, the Blue Lodge is 1 through 3. Scottish Rite is 4 through 33. Primitive Order is like 34 through 90 something. The Scarlet Cord is the one that I was missing. It's based out of England, and everyone says, "Oh, women aren't part of Freemasonry." Well, yes, they are. Very few humans, and also women are accepted in the Hermetic Order of the Golden Dawn. Then above that, you have the 2 Illuminatis, one of the Amber Light, which is pretty much 80% of the Catholic Church. Then you have the Order of the Green Light, which is your Masonic elders, your Pope of Rome. I'm sure there's other high-ranking Catholics there, and hopefully I'll be in that one day. I mean, after all, they said I lived to 329. Then at the very top you have the God of the Bible, Draco Jehovah, lives in ice. So anyway, by now, if you have been developing your home planet vision, you should be able to tell that this woman is a Neanderthal. She's got no top lip, gap tooth, and just by looking at her, she really does look like a caveman. You don't even have to like try with her. You can just tell. And the reason why I bring her up is because I have noticed that it's very easy to tell if someone's a typo negative or not by looking at their hands. Because the palm of the hand for a typo negative is very good looking. Like any typo negative person could be a hand model. And the typo negative hands, as far as white people are concerned, are only on Neanderthals and Pleiadians. For whatever reason, the Pleiadian, which would be like someone like Cece River, aka See the Truth, aka Cece, she has typo negative hands, obviously, because she's a typo negative. She's a Pleiadian. So this woman right here, Mary Kayali, she's a Neanderthal. I was leaving some comments on this video last night, and I asked her, I said, "Are you a typo negative?" And she said, "Yes." And I said, "I could tell by looking at your hands." And I'm starting to realize someone like a Queen Bee Knightley is obviously not a typo negative because her hands are not pretty like this woman's. And if you take a look at Alex Jones, he's obviously a typo negative Neanderthal, and because you can tell, this is not the best picture, but you can tell because his hands are very pretty, I guess, for lack of a better word. And I'll probably do a separate video that's completely dedicated to typo negative hands, but let's look at Cece for a second. Hope she doesn't mind. And you have, like I said, 2 types of, there's really 3. There's, black people are typo negative. There's some black people that are typo negative too, but it's harder to see on them because I don't really watch any videos with black people in it. So, where are you at, Cece? Where are you hiding at, girl? By the way, when is Cece and McLeary going to get married? I want to be the best man, the best half man, best mankind. So here you have this tall, blonde, tall Pleiadian girl. going plant shopping. You know, she's all lighthearted on her merry way. So you got her hand right here. You can tell it's a typo negative hand because it's like the palm is very. It looks like if you took a snake's mouth and like pull the snake's mouth open, you can definitely see how smooth it looks, and it's just something only I would notice, or something that only like a jinn would notice, something that only a conscious person would notice. But just keep looking at the hands of people, and you can tell what they are without having had a blood test. And the other thing about the typo negative is that, as far as the Neanderthal is concerned, is that when you look at them, you can see the actual like caveman. But when you look at someone like a McLeary or a Queenie Knightley, they don't really look like the caveman. They look like more like a chimpanzee because they're a hybrid. Their soul is not a hybrid, but their body's a hybrid. I'll pull this up. I'll pull a picture of McLeary up. The picture is called McLeary Grouchface. Let's see. See, if you look, he's really just, you can tell he's not a typo negative because A, he still has his hair and he's like 40, and B, he doesn't have the like caveman look to him. It's hard to describe, but I know the jinn that are watching this know what I'm talking about. He looks more like the actual chimpanzee and not an actual like caveman. Like when I look at myself in the mirror, I see, it depends on like what I'm wearing, but sometimes when I look in the mirror I can actually see the actual caveman, the actual Neanderthal, and not a human. And that's what I saw when I was looking at the Mary Kayali woman. And the reason why this Mary Kayali woman is so special is because she can apparently listen to other people's languages that are not English and decipher them without any type of translation. She can just do this with her mind. Now they say that she has an implant and whatnot, but that's kind of hasn't been quite proven yet. And she just looks, I don't, you guys probably can't see it with your eyes, but she just looks to me like, she looks like somebody made like a wax figure. She looks like she belongs in a museum. She really looks like exactly like the Moors hybridized the Neanderthals. And with this woman, she really doesn't look like she was hybridized that much. She looks almost like the, exact deal. And if you look at her arms, and this is something I've noticed on myself, is that it's like you have the long monkey arms. Having long arms is a monkey trait, and she has very, very long arms, and she has like the monk. I can tell. I'm at the point where I can tell if someone's a Neanderthal just by looking at their shoulders and their arms. It's like the monkey arms. I don't understand why women sit on their feet. And as you can see, like I said, her hands are very beautiful looking, only the way a typo negative could. Like if you look at someone like Sue Debbie, her hands look like John Candy's hands. Very fat and grubby looking. Yeah, this woman looks a lot like the woman I see at the gym, except that this woman doesn't have a physique and her hair is long, but her face is like the exact same face. I know I have some sort of connection outside of the fact that we're a soul family, but I'm going to find out who that woman is one day. I'm going to find out why I had a vision of her wearing like a black cloak, looking like she was a part of a magical society. Is there anyone else's hands I can show? Oh, let's see my hands. Let's see how to sacrifice an animal. I still get comments from this from people who animal sacrifice magic. That's not the one. Damn it, where's my video? I guess I'm always buried underneath the bullshit, huh? Let's see, videos. Well, you can see in this picture right there, but let's get a good close-up here. Where's that video? I still get comments on this video like I'm the bad guy. And in that video I intentionally like made it so that I didn't come across like the bad guy, but sure enough, I'm always the bad guy, even though I didn't sacrifice an animal and I didn't, do anything wrong. I just was reporting on a letter I got from a dark occultist, and but of course I'm the bad guy. Sorry for not like doing all the prep work. I just stopped caring about. I'll tell you something interesting while I'm looking for my picture of my hands. So last night I go into deep meditation, right? Because I got alkaline water after a long layoff of not having alkaline water. So I go into deep meditation and I see a sideways, tall, gray alien. And it has something in its hand, like it looks like one of those things where the doctor puts it in your ear so you can see the crap inside your ear. And so he flashes my eyes with this thing in his hand 3 times, and I wake up and my eyes feel like they're mildly burning. Then the burn goes away, and then I get in the car, turn the air conditioning on, and then my eyes start burning again because it feels like the air conditioning is like exacerbating the burn. So I don't know what the hell happened, but that's what happened. And the thing I noticed that's funny about that is that as soon as I was serious about transferring or getting a different job, the Adjustment Bureau gets back in action and causes some change. And the change was that I'm one guard for 2 buildings, and we have, like, you know, a wand that we use to hit designated checkpoints. So basically it's one of those wands that you carry around that, you know, like, it looks exactly like this right here. So we carry around this wand where we hit these checkpoints that make sure we're doing our job, right? So this thing breaks at one of the buildings. So basically the Adjustment Bureau said, hey, Jordan wants to quit his job because he's not happy or transfer. So they're like, okay, what we're going to do is we're going to have one of these breaks so he just, you know, becomes more content because now he can sleep half the night. So that's what they did to sweeten the deal. So if you look here, you can see my beautiful hands. It's like the snake hands. Damn it. And you can see my lower teeth, my beast teeth, my bald spot, and this big Jew nose. There's, you know what I think that symbol is? Obviously it's like a dude with like this line going to the heart chakra, or that's what it looks like to me. So basically I think that if I were to tattoo this on me. Alright, first of all, for those that don't even know what I'm talking about, I got a letter from a guy in New York whose name is Neptune Schumacher, and there was a period of time where I thought that I was under the impression that sacrificing animals was how to gain energy, which is true, it is, but it's the dissension way, it's the easy way out. It's what someone like Alex Jones does because they don't have souls, because they're jinn. So someone sent me a letter telling me how to sacrifice animals, right? This person was a dark occultist, and even the name, and Neptune is the god of deception, so this person was deceiving me by sending me like a letter on how to sacrifice animals. So anyway, this symbol here was like a symbol you're supposed to get tattooed on you if you're going to sacrifice animals. So I think what this is like a way to remove your heart chakra so you become heartless. So I think that if you were to sacrifice animals with this symbol tattooed on you, the energy would go directly to stifling your heart. So anyway, if you see you can right here, you can see my beautiful typo negative hands, and boy, wouldn't you like them rubbing your body.